nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The audience may be seated. We've asked Adam Weston to give us our opening portion of the program. We did have several awards to be awarded to our scouts. Our younger scouts have been working pretty hard to get their advancement, so we're gonna do that first. And you want to come up and take care of that, Senator Nielsen?
All right, can I have Mason and his mother come on up? We haven't had a court of honor for a little bit, and all the 11-year-old scouts worked pretty hard and got everything through their first class. And you can pin that badge on Mason. And Mason, you can pin that pin on your mother. So you can't pin it on him, he's not in uniform.
I can stick him, right?
Please do. Feel free.
Yeah.
You can stick it.
Here, I'll just put it on my shirt. Can I do that? Okay.
Okay, you get to pin that on your mom. And you
Where am I
can't stick her.
gonna
Okay. So in 11-year-old scouts, we get to go on 3 campouts a year and have some fun, and it's not all fun and games. We brought our Klondike Derby sled that we just rebuilt after we killed it at our last Klondike. So take a look at that as you go outside. They worked pretty hard on it as one of their service projects. Thank you very much.
And Tynan and Matthew, where are you? Come on up here for a minute, okay? I am the advancement, come on, stand right up here, please. I'm the advancement committee member for the troop and all the other boys. So you'll get to know me really well, right? Because I'm really scary when you go in there to get your rank advancements. But all of you have received your clear up to your first class. Now, Tenderfoot, you could get a rocky road for that one, but you guys surpassed that, okay? Because it's not hard anymore. So then you went to your second class. The second class it's okay. It's what most of us travel on the airplanes, right? And we dream of being in first class. That's what you received tonight was your first class rank. We want to congratulate you for that. And because of that, we want you to feel like a grand. So, because when you're first class, you are first rate. So we want to give you the grand.
That's cute.
100 grand, 1,000 grand, 100 grand. So, and congratulate you. And I want to encourage you to continue on your advancement and hope to see you soon at an Eagle. Okay, thank you.
We do have a couple of awards for our varsity scout troop, our varsity scout team. I put this note up here for our high adventure camp, and probably it's for the ones that are going to scout camp too. We have to have our money in. We've already made our first deposit. That was made in January, but for all those who are going to high adventure camp, we need your second payment, $50 in, because we have to have half the payment made by the end of the month. And I think they even penalize it for us. So, you know, please, parents that our boys are going to high adventure, please have your money to us so we can reserve our spot. That high adventure camp is going to be June 20th. And Tim, how about you for the Boy Scouts?
For the Boy Scouts, what I need for sure this week for the 12 and 13-year-olds is just a firm commitment of who's going, because I have to pay the deposit next week. You know, we can work out, you know, the money thing, getting half the money in, you know, over the next couple of weeks. But the important thing is, I'm going to call you all this week and say, are they going for sure or not? And mark the calendars. It's June 20th through the 25th, so that I can get that, so we don't waste deposit money and we get the right amount scheduled to go. And it's a great opportunity. They're going to earn at least, I think, 5 or 6 merit badges going to this, and so they'll be well on their path to Eagle if they come to Scout Camp. And we'll also be working on a few merit badges next month. Also, just one, so I'll call you about camp, or talk to me after this Court of Honor. The other announcement I just have is we'll be passing out scouting for food bags either tomorrow or Friday. So tonight I'm going to give your scout an award map that has the streets highlighted that they're supposed to deliver. And they just put one of the bags on each doorknob, and they can get that out on Thursday or Friday, because we're going to do pickup on Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be picking that up beginning about 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, so if you can get that scouting for food out. They've been advertising on television, and so there's a great need for that. This is our annual pickup. We do it twice a year, I think, for scouts. So yeah, so there's a great need for it right now. They've really been pushing that, so we appreciate all your help with that. So now we're going to do we have a couple of badges for our varsity members that are here, and I think we have one, and that's Adam. And Brendan's our varsity team leader, and he's going to come up and present those badges for them.
All right, well, it looks like Adam is the only one here that's going to be receiving these today, so Adam, go ahead and come on up here, bud.
Not shooting.
Not
shooting.
It looks like he's just getting a little bit of these required merit badges. Actually, Adam is all the way done with his Eagle. He just got to get his paperwork in. So he is right on track. He's actually doing way better than me with his Eagle being on track. So he's just getting a couple odds and ends here. He's got his family life and his whitewater canoeing and the camping merit badge. 2 of these were required too. So congratulations, Adam. He also received his varsity letter, which is kind of
And that's the badge.
and the pin for the whitewater rafting. So big deal. Congratulations.
Well, that takes care of our scouting awards, and so we'll now go to the Eagle portion, and we'll turn the time back over to Lynn for who's our advancement chairman for the Eagle.
I get to switch hats, and now I'm representing the district as the zone advancement chairman for our district. And that means I get to meet with the boys and talk with them about their Eagle projects, give them approval, and then work with them through that, and then set up the board of reviews for that Eagle board of review. So we have 2 young men that have received their Eagle. These young men have been so excited to be recognized. So I think golf clubs came with 1. And yeah, Dallas is back there going, I didn't get any. You got a car. Yeah. Sheesh. But we want to recognize them tonight. So Dallas and Peter, would you please bring your parents and come stand up here, please? All right. We're going to present you with your award first, which is a badge that you can wear on your uniform. All right, and then we also have a mother's pin and a father's pin to present. All right. And then Joe will get, no, you have invited someone to give an Eagle charge. Is he here yet? Is Cody here yet?
No.
Okay, we'll hold off on yours, okay? We'll go ahead and do 2 separate things. But we'll go ahead and do those. If you don't do the Eagle charge, if you decide you don't want to make that oath and promise, we'll just take that award right back from you. So, we have a lot of paperwork to give you tonight, all right? And so we'll go ahead and start with Peter here. And Peter, we want to recognize you for your accomplishment. This is a pledge that National sends to you. You'll get the same packet, guys, okay? You also get this is not a credit card. It has no limit on it, so you're safe to use that and show it as often as you want. This is a card from the National Eagle Association, which says you are officially an Eagle Scout. So that can go in your wallet. Now, sorry, if you know me, you know I'm going to cry. So I'm going to tell you a story. My nephew went on his mission to South America. As he was meeting people and that he happened to pull out his wallet, and a man saw this card in his wallet, and he said, "Are you an Eagle Scout?" He was at the embassy at the time, and he says, "Yes, I'm an Eagle Scout, Boy Scouts of America." And this man was not a member of the church, but invited all of the young missionaries that were Eagle Scouts to come to his home for a dinner. This card is important, okay? So I just want to stress that. We want to present you with this certificate. It can be put in your book of remembrance in a special place that your mom, I'm sure, has for you. All right?
Another thing about that card, Brandon, you told me that you can get a discount at
Heck yeah.
Cabela's.
Anybody that's got
And
this card,
Sportsman Warehouse gets a discount.
Big
So-
discount, way worth it.
So it is worth.
Cabela's also will give you points. And after you get so many points, you can trade them in and buy equipment too. So
Get you on speeding
for every
tickets
time you
too.
use that. All right, so, do you have some? Let's do those straight in. Back, so you can hold those.
I don't have Sorry Martinez.
Okay, we feel like the Eagle is not only for, that the boy is not the only one that earns an Eagle, but there's some family involvement. Sometimes it may be a little word of encouragement. Sometimes it's dragging them out the door. Sometimes it's kicking them, nagging. And so National has put together a father's pin and a mother's pin. So we would like to give those to you to present to your mom and dad right now. Did you get a picture of that?
I got it on film.
This one will have to be in memories, huh? Okay. We also want to present to you, this is the actual badge, which is the award, the badge that you wear on your uniform now that you have received that. And you get it in a nice velvety box so you can play with it. There's also, if there's somebody who has really impressed you or helped you along the way, that's meant a lot to you as you're doing that, there's what we call a mentor's pin. That's part of the program now, is to give you a mentor's pin. You're welcome to give that to whoever you want or not at all.
Okay.
It's just whoever you would like to, all right? So there's yours right there.
Thank you.
All right, and here's your oath and pledge. and your certificate.
Thank you.
All right? And I want to congratulate you, not you, Mom. Congratulations. Congratulations. We did a lot of handshaking already, huh? Sorry.
Got a lot of stuff.
Okay, Joe, do you have a presentation you want to make also?
Well, this has kind of been a tradition that was started. It's called the Eagle Feather Award, and it was started a number of years ago by DeWitt Sorensen. So, as part of my Wood Badge pledge, I decided I was going to carry on this tradition that he had started. He passed away several years ago, and so we decorate this eagle feather. Of course, it's not a real eagle feather, or we'd all be in jail. But you know, and it has some representations, and so and this little plaque. And I'll just go ahead and read that if you bear with me, please. It says the Eagle Feather Award in memory of DeWitt Sorensen, presented to Peter Clark and Dallas Clifford. And this is what it says. When a mother eagle prepares her nest, she starts with strong twigs and branches for a base. She then gathers feathers, fur, grass, and other soft materials to line the nest. After her young are hatched and are growing, she begins day by day to pull the soft materials out until all that's left are the sharp, pointy twigs and branches, making it very uncomfortable for the young eagles. Because of this, whenever the mother returns to the nest, her young jump on her back to find refuge among her soft feathers. At this point, her young are ready to learn to fly. With the young on her back, she flies from her nest. During flight, she turns over and the young fall into the air. As they fall, they have to use their wings to fly. If they fail to use their wings, the mother will swoop down and catch them. The mother will repeat the process again until the eagles learn to fly. An eagle has many representations. To the United States, it represents freedom. To an Indian, it represents strength and bravery. To a Boy Scout, it represents leadership, honor, and all the qualities of the Scout oath and law. DeWitt understood what an inspired program scouting is and worked with boys, helping them to understand as well. When DeWitt completed his Wood Badge training, one of his goals was to find a way to further encourage boys to achieve the Eagle rank. In honor of his Wood Badge Eagle Patrol and his Indian heritage, he created a special Eagle Feather Award. He decorated the feather with ermine, horsehair, and other plumage of the bird. Each decoration has a special significance to an Indian brave. The horsehair represented speed, the sinews strength, ermine represents all fur-bearing animals, and the plumage for all other fowl. The Eagle Feather was a prized possession to an Indian. DeWitt gave out the first Eagle Feather Award in 1980. On June 16, 1989, our fellow scouter passed away. His voice was silenced, but his example and love for the boys and the scouting program continued. Today, as you receive your eagle rank and Eagle Feather, you are beginning to fly as an eagle. As you continue on the road of life, learn to soar like an eagle. Be an example to others by continuing to live the Scout oath and law in all you do. And always remember, an eagle is always being observed by others. So I'll just leave these up here. You guys have got your handful, but we're proud of these young men that are saying this. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for their mothers, so we're pretty proud of them.
One thing I forgot to do is to invite all of those in the audience that are Eagle Scouts. If you would come over here and form an eagle's nest for us, please. Okay, take a look over here because these are fellow eagles. Okay, from now on you'll get the privilege of being in an eagle's nest whenever one is formed. Their job is to greet you, to greet them, and to encourage them to continue in scouting. We'd like now to have a charge given to each of the Eagle recipients, and Brother Clark will do Peter's charge, so if you'll go ahead and do that first for us.
You step forward and raise your hand in the
Repeat after me. I
I, Peter Clark,
realize the obligation to my fellow Eagles,
realize the obligation to my fellow Eagles,
my home,
my home,
my country, and my God.
and my God.
I will assist other scouts
I will assist other scouts
who are climbing the trail of the Eagle
who are climbing the trail of the Eagle
and to give back more to scouting
and to give back more to scouting
than it has given me,
than it has given me,
and to assist my troop
and to assist my troop
as much as possible,
as much as possible,
and to be a living example
and to be a living example
to the scout oath and law
to the scout oath and law
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the scout oath.
I thoughtfully recognize
I thoughtfully recognize
and take upon myself
and take upon myself
the obligation and responsibilities
the obligation and responsibilities
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor,
On my honor,
I will do my best
I will do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example,
my rank and my influence
my rank and my influence,
count strongly for better scouting
count strongly for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my troop
in my troop
and in my community
and in my community
and in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Okay, Dallas, or Cody's gonna give the charge to Dallas.
Well, yeah, we don't have to.
Okay.
He doesn't have to.
You do it, AJ?
Sure.
Which one do you want to do? What do you mean, which one?
Pick a number, 1 through 3.
Not number 2.
Number 1.
Okay. This one? Okay. Just this?
Yeah.
Do I say that though?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. All right, your position is one of great responsibility. It is therefore fitting that you pledge yourself to the oath of the Eagle Scout. Make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I promise to undertake my citizenship
Promise to undertake my citizenship
with a solemn dedication
with a solemn dedication
to be a leader,
to be a leader,
but to only lead toward the best,
but to only lead toward the best,
to lift every task I do,
to lift every task I do,
and every office I hold,
and every office I hold,
to the high level of service,
to the high level of service,
to God and my fellow men.
to God and my fellow men.
I promise to so live and serve,
I promise to so live and serve,
and those who know me
and those who know me
will be inspired to the finest living.
will be inspired to the finest living.
I promise to be among those
I promise to be among those
who dedicate their skills,
who dedicate their skills,
hearts and hands
hearts and hands
to the common good.
to the common good.
I promise to help build America
I promise to help build America
on the solid foundation
on the solid foundation
of clean living,
of clean living,
honest work,
and reverence to God.
To this I pledge my sacred honor
To this I pledge my sacred honor
and promise to give back to scouting
and promise to give back to scouting
more than it gave to me.
more than it gave to me.
Good. Put your hand down.
All right, the merit badges are impressive, and the rank's impressive, but the things that we want in scouting, is to instill those values. When someone sees on an application or when you're wearing your uniform that you are wearing the rank of Eagle, they will know that you truly are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Those are the values that we hope are instilled into you. And with that being your charge, and you raising your hand to the scout sign, and giving an oath that you will follow those and continue to follow those, we invite you now to join the Eagle's Nest. So if you'll come stand over here with your fellow Eagles. Yes, and we thank you, fellow Eagles, for these are fine young men. You can see that most of them have touched your life in one way or another, and they will continue, and you will have that same obligation as you continue to grow older. Not grow up, grow older. So I'd like to thank you for your participation here with us tonight and congratulate you. And would like to turn the time back over to Brother Page. Yes, Brother Page, that's your.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
I just introduced myself. My name is Sergeant Martinez. I'm actually the recruiter up in this area for the Broad. I just want to say a little bit about Dallas. I'll come up here real quick. I know Dallas for about 3 weeks now, and my job as a recruiter, as a Marine, as a leader, is to listen to my fellow man, okay? I want to congratulate Dallas. He is an outstanding young man. He motivates me every single day when I see him. I want to thank you because you've done a great job. You're raising just an outstanding son. I didn't bring anything for you, okay? But I know how big of a deal this is. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you my ribbons.
No.
Okay? These ribbons actually represent to me, it's defending the country, okay? They're very, I hold them close to my heart. So, here you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Martinez. You know, we appreciate what you're doing for our country and all your fellow servicemen. We have a place in our heart for all of you. And we're now going to ask Bishop, would you like to say a few words before we close?
Sure.
Do you, don't I?
Yeah. I know my wife made me put a tie on for a reason now. She's probably been talking to Joe.
Jerry Garcia.
This is a Jerry Garcia. No, I just want to congratulate both of these young men that just got the Eagles, Dallas. This is a great thing. I remember when I was 14 years old going through the same thing that you are. But when I did it, I didn't have any choice. My dad was a scoutmaster. It was either that or I had to sleep outside. So, but no, it's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's one of those things that you're glad when you get later on in life that you finally accomplish that. And I just want all the rest of you guys to look up to these young men, to try to model your lives after these guys, because they are headed in the right direction. And thank you. Appreciate both of you guys doing the way living your lives the way you are now. Thank you.
I appreciate, we certainly appreciate, I'm always asking him, when I put him on the spot, isn't he great? He always does great for us, so we appreciate that. I will now close this. We do have a few refreshments out here. You can step out and get them. We quite didn't expect this many, they might be a little short, but eat them up. First come, first served. I'll keep Brendan in here, so. I'd like to recognize Dale Slade. Dale, you want to stand up? He was the former Young Men's President and venture leader that helped these boys along your way, and he did a really good job getting them going. So we appreciate that, and all my leaders, all the leaders here that they work very hard to get these boys going. And most of all, we appreciate you parents, because we can't do anything without the parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles. You're all part of the scouting family, so we appreciate everything you do for us. And Brendan, would you give us a closing prayer?